For instance, this Ford Chrysler was produced by Daimler, Germany. They produced it for America. That is what I discovered from the vehicle, because there is some information there. Sometimes in our environment here, when you get to a mechanic, they would Ford give or Ford, not Japanese canal. If it's not Japanese, Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, they won't even do that. Yes. But sometimes you discover that these vehicles are very simple. The only thing for you to take time, study it, study the mechanism, study how some of the wires were connected. Yes, connectivity. Yes, study the engine. Some of them, like you see some engines that come, the fan belt will be stressed. Some will look like a snake. When you look at those things and check it very well, you will get the fault. And then sometimes after doing that, you scan and you see that through your scan and diagnosis, the faults are not far-fetched. Sanitize the youth. Help us to take the youth out of the street. But by God's special grace, some people thought it was a joke. But personally, I said I want to be among. I want my name to be written on the stone in Anambra State because of that passion. It is all driven by that passion. That was why I gave it that name, Passion Autocare. We do auto scanning. We are into mechatronics, that is electricals and engine maintenance together. So one bife and the one obi. So Zoho of man scale and education, you get the best.
Hello, Nnewi, welcome back to another episode. Today we are bringing you another Nnewi business story, and today we are bringing you a young lady that's into automobile maintenance and
yes, car scanning.
Okay, car scanning.
Yes,
technical word for it. They are into car scanning, and the most impressive thing about her is that she's into this, and it's not common for women. And she's doing it very fantastic. She's going to tell us about her story, how she was able to do it.
Okay, my name is Ogochukwu Okeke Wisdom.
Nice meeting you today.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
So, could you just tell us a background story about your business?
Okay. It all started in 2021. It came as a passion, as a burning desire. I feel the passion. I feel the instinct, just like a dream, that such automobile maintenance workshop is needed in this environment. I know that the population in Nnewi now, it's not like before. So we have a lot of people using using Japanese vehicles and all these censored vehicles that sometimes the mechanics find it difficult to detect their fault. Another thing is that I discovered currently where I worked before, that some people find it difficult to get a place they will settle and do their industrial training. And I know that in automobile family, auto scanning diagnosis is very, very needed. Very, very important, because it aids to the success of maintenance. If you are sick, you go to lab to get the problem, the fault, not only the fault, but the problem, the causes of the sickness before drugs, a doctor's prescription, or before you start taking treatment. It is the same thing with automobile family or automotive, as the case may be. When you scan a vehicle, you find the fault so easily. Apart from body fault, do you understand? Things that can happen in the body that you say, oh, these things are not good again, let me just change this. You get a penalty or that. So when you get the fault, it will be easy for you to repair, for you to change the actual problem, change the parts if it is changeable. So when I checked on how lucrative and also how sustainable this type of business can be, I said, okay, it is all driven by that passion. That was why I gave it that name, Passion Autocare. We do auto scanning. We are into mechatronics, that is electricals and engine maintenance together. So
it's called mechatronics.
Yes, mechatronics. So it started in September 2001. And gradually, it wasn't easy for me. Gradually, I started putting things together. I was not here before, but I knew the place I started. But by God's special grace, currently right now, I'm a master trainer with Empower. I'm a master trainer with Anambra State Ministry of Youth Development, one youth, two skills, courtesy of Mr. Anambra Patrick, Commissioner for Youth, and our dear amiable governor, Professor Charles Soludo, the youth governor, the governor that has youth at heart. In fact, he is Tokunadu governor. And I call him Tokunadu governor because some other governors will do kangaroo. They will tell you that they are doing empowerment. Go to TIC, go this place, go this. At the end of the day, they will tell you they have empowered 500 youths. So I'm very happy because he has sent trainees. He sent 11 trainees to me to train in auto scanning and mechatronics. And since that last year, October, November, we have been doing it till this time because it's 6 months training. So I'm very, very grateful to God.
And they pay for everything.
Yes. Yes, let me not call it payment. I call it appreciation because governor said we want some people to help us sanitize the youth, help us to take the youth out of the street. But by God's special grace, some people thought it was a joke. But we, personally, I said I want to be among. I want my name to be written on the stone in Anambra State because of that passion. Yes. And even if you don't have education, you can learn auto scanning because it is self-explanatory. Now, the same thing happened to Empower by God's special grace. It was also one of their consultants that said, a lady can do this. Can you take people to train? I say, yes, we can. I have people that train with me. I also have trainees as well. And it has been moving. So I thank God for everything. I thank God for this privilege. I know how it was when I started, but this time around, I can testify the goodness of the Lord.
But this kind of scale now in Nnewi, in Anambra State, or anywhere in Nigeria, we know it to be a skill that the men used to acquire.
Dominate.
For you, a lady, how did you get to acquire this skill?
I am very happy. I have been with an automobile company for more than 7 years. And I know that the wealth of experience I gathered there will help me. And it has helped me indeed to know the mechanism, to know the terrain, to understand the modus operandi of how to operate, work in a training center, and also automobile service center as well. So I gathered my experience from that angle. And I believe God that even not only that, there are some other online automobile maintenance service workshops, even abroad, that I consult. And if I have some information that are very difficult for me to understand, I will come through and ask them. Yes. Okay. And it's a steady learning because as you teach, you learn. The Oyibos, they modernize their vehicles all the time. They give us every year is for a new version. They will produce this one, they will configure this one. It takes that understanding and that passion to study and know what they have done and how best you can be able to repair it. For instance, this Ford Chrysler was produced by Daimler, Germany. They produced it for America. That is what I discovered from the vehicle because there is some information there. Sometimes in our environment here, when you get to a mechanic, they would Ford give or Ford, not Japanese can now. If it's not Japanese, Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, they won't even do that. Yes. But sometimes you discover that these vehicles are very simple. The only thing for you to take time, study it, study the mechanism, study how some of the wires were connected. Yes,
connectivity.
Yes, study the engine. Some of them, like you see some engines that come, the fan belt will be stressed. Some will look like a snake. When you look at those things and check it very well, you will get the fault. And then sometimes after doing that, you scan and you see that through your scan and diagnosis, the faults are not far-fetched. What you need to do is just to arrange it, get the right thing. Most of these vehicles, they have their own language. If you can understand their own language, honestly, you will repair it. That is one thing I like about this automobile family. And that's one thing I like about this job. Thank you so much.
Wow. That sounds so interesting, I must tell you. But doing this business, being in this business for these years now, what are the challenges you will say that you've been facing doing this business?
All right. As you can see, I'm still building my workshop. I need some equipment to keep it to the standard of what I want it to be. This is a place I want even other automobile mechanics, other artisans to come for their own private vehicle checks. I want it to be a training center as well, so that people who have students that have finished their junior year, instead of going for the holidays where they will learn Yahoo, let them come to this place and learn auto scanning, acquire skill. Not only that, this is an interesting, one of the most interesting skills I have ever discovered. So that is number one challenge. Number two is that sometimes our people don't understand customer challenge. They will prefer that place that they will fix it, boycott wires, do this, use sellotape, gum so many things, and make the vehicle move.
Show the job.
Show the job. Let them move. Let the vehicle move first. Let them go to their work first before. I don't have money for that maintenance. I beg, manage it. Sometimes customers don't understand. If you ask them to get a good parts for replacement, they will tell you to get anyhow. Yes. And another thing is this. Sometimes our society don't appreciate things like this, especially when it comes from a woman. They say, this woman that has family, how will you be a mechanic? Why don't you even bring your husband there and this, that? Neglect. That is one of the challenges. Neglect. Some of them don't even believe it. Even when this customer gave me this vehicle to repair, he was like kind of, let it be a test. And
he was doubting your
ability. He was doubting it. And when I told him that this vehicle has kicked, he was so shocked. Because some mechanics has visited this vehicle, they have dismantled a lot of things here. They have cut some wires.
And still they couldn't fix it.
They could not find the fault. The fault was not far-fetched. The moment we reprogrammed the key, everything got well.
As simple as that.
Yes.
By a woman.
Of course.
By a woman that was neglected. You see?
So another challenge is sometimes, like I said, our society don't encourage. Currently, we're about to do a training in auto scanning. When you talk to people about sponsorship, they don't feel it is necessary. Rather, they will prefer to go for a security meeting in their village and have meeting from morning till 12 midnight, deciding on how to curb the nuisance and those boys on the street. When you find it difficult to get those boys and ask them their challenges and fix them in places that they will be useful, they will turn out to torment your lives, and you now begin to go for security meetings to get them and all this thing. So that is one of the challenges. Our people need to understand that for someone to have a skill is one of the greatest gifts now. When you have such a thing, you can equally fend for yourself, help your life, and it will cut you off from menace. It will cut you off from some social vices. Yes, thank you so much.
So, before we go, what word do you have for women out there?
I am very happy because you said women. Yes, train a girl child. You have a lasting asset. It is your girl that will take you to Obodo Oyibo, because she can equally convince the husband to bring the parents there. But for that, your bobo will get to be, if he marry, he go face in wife's family. On the agenda be munye na aruno. Nyekasiru munne munye yaka. Manine go kwone tufu ihu. Nwanyi bife. And that is my point.
And you're also encouraging them to join this business.
I am encouraging them. Any young lady, well, the muzzle, well, the understanding, I want female to come into this automobile family. Not just to come and challenge men that what a man can do, a woman can do better. I want them to come and show them that the skill, when a woman is doing something, skill, soft skill, nwoke nwere ike na-arụ moto ije ka igwe yokwa ọkago zuzupu ebe a na ọkwa spana na ahụ, mana nwaanyị jere ime ụlọ nwaanyị na-arụ moto ọ bịara ojiri nwayọ na handle things ife a na-aga ọfụma and ọgwaghị okwu with a soft, because ha na-enwe soft skill in them karịa ụmụ nwoke, and they will tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So ana m eme young ladies encourage, instead of ije ịmụọ ebe a na-akpa isi, mụọ nke a na-akwa akwa, mụọ zokpo, mụọ kwunu, mụọ ebe a na-eme donut, mụọ ebe a na-eme aka ọsa, kedu ife na-emeli all these things? Why don't you change another dimension? Come to automobile family. We don't only do automobile, we also do automotive. We train in generator repairs, and it will start very soon by next month. anyị ga-amụ anyị ebido nkụziere ndị mmadụ ka esi alụkwa generator, because inwe nwa na-echago junior wee kpọrọ na-arụkwa generator, the benefit there is that ịma mkpọzi mekanik ya everyday ọbịa ọgwụgwọ ya aka were ofu gọm nyado na ọ sụcha n'abalị chifokwa ebe ikwe ya ọ na-agụ ya aka n'ike, ịma nwezi odere ife aha. So I am encouraging young ladies, I'm encouraging parents. It's not no mekaniki. Maka ihe adụ ihe cheke ino dị ije dị obodo oyibo. Life evolves. Or that is supposed to amaketa. Getting that skill is one of the greatest achievements. And this time around, I'm happy to say that even the world, gender equality, even the world, even some of the United Nations programs that are doing this time around, they empower women. Even in Africa, they empower women. So, one bife, and the one obi. So, zo of man skill and education, you get the best from them. Thank you.
One bife indeed. Thank you so much, Passion Autocare, for having us today.
Thank you.